What's going on, Marvel fans? And today we are going to be talking about Thunderbolts, Bucky's greatest fear, and essentially what's going to happen when the void opens up and all of the characters must go inside in order to face their greatest fears. We're going to get right into the video. Let's go. Alright, so obviously I've talked about Yelena already, but I think today we're going to be talking about Bucky, aka the Winter Soldier, and all of the stuff he's going to have to face while inside the void, as I have been hearing brand new rumors and whatnot, and people have been handing me some information, so we're going to put it down here so we can keep it to make sure when we come back later if it's true or not. Let's get into it. So obviously, first off, the void's going to be coming, and you know, the shadow's going to be taking over New York City, which is crazy because these people just can't catch a break. They just live in constant fear. I bet State Farm and Allstate and all them have pulled out of that state easily because they're like, hey, we're not messing with that. But I think the biggest part about this is what Bucky is going to be going through. I think we're going to get a flashback to the Winter Soldier and Bucky going through all this pain and all this sorrow, because we do know Yelena is going to be fighting with the alcoholism, the loss of Natasha, as growing up with the Red Room, and a lot more stuff along those lines. Bob, aka the Sentry, for some reason is going to be fighting a chicken, and also is going to be having to deal with the Void, where he's probably going to have to fight him as the Sentry versus the Void. At least that's what we're hearing. But with the Winter Soldier thing, I think this is a great opportunity because Bucky finally is somebody who's kind of overcome his darkness and his demons, and now has to go back in and truly like seal that away, because we've been pushing this from, you know, Winter Soldier, from Captain America Civil War, you know, and they just keep doing it, and you know, he keeps like almost not, I wouldn't say relapsing, but he keeps having these same issues where it's like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, he had to overcome with some things that he did, and then in this film we could be even deeper into that. I mean, could you imagine Bucky being in there and him coming face to face with his Winter Soldier persona, and either they fight or he's just kind of like looking in the darkness and like the shadows keep going over and they keep showing different parts of what he's been going through, like having to relive December 16th 1991, you know, the Stark deaths, him going up and him killing, you know, Tony Stark's father and mother, and having to redo it. He did say, I remember all of them, and then something along the lines like, I remember all their faces or something, like when Tony was showing him, he's like, do you even remember who they are? And he's like, I remember all of them. You know, like that could be deep, because they did say this is a very dark film, and I could see Bucky having like an absolute mental breakdown during this moment. But I think the even bigger moment would be the T'Chaka moment, because I feel like right here during Civil War is when Bucky was really breaking down, when, you know, obviously when it all kind of came into fruition that this is something that he's been hiding, like obviously not hiding killing T'Chaka, more of just like he's been like, you know, still being brainwashed and still doing this every so often, and it's kind of like, it's kind of coming out now, like it's, everybody knows, T'Challa knows, they all know that he is that person, and they literally have to fight over him in this. But I still wish that they would do more on the Stark part, because I feel like the Stark part would have an even bigger part, because think about it, Steve Rogers had to stand up for Bucky to say he didn't do it, where Tony wanted to kill him, and this is literally what broke the Avengers apart. And I want Bucky to almost be like, you know, I'm the constant cause for the problem, but then he has to come down and realize maybe he's not the problem, maybe he was just dealt a bad card, but he has to be the bigger person and show the good things in all of this, and how he's finally out of it, how he's better, how he's running to be a congressman, how he's found this new batch of Avengers, and so on and so forth. But that's my 2 cents. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think Bucky's darkest fear is going to be, and as always, I'll catch y'all in the next one.